Hi everyone, welcome along to this short yoga practice about happiness. So take your time, we'll just start just in a cross leg position. So when you come into this cross leg position, if you do need to use a block or a blanket underneath your hips, just to allow your spine to lengthen a little bit, then do that. And we'll just start with the palms just facing down towards your legs. So relax your shoulders down your back, lengthen your spine. Maybe close your eyes then. And just take a few moments, just at the start of class, just coming away from your day so far, and start to draw your attention inwards. Begin to focus on your breath and allow your breath just to deepen, just naturally. So breathing in and out through your nose. And then as your breath starts to deepen, just notice your body, just how it feels today. Maybe directing your breath towards any areas that feel particularly tight and try and allow them to soften. And then as your body starts to soften a little, just notice how you feel. Just allowing any thoughts that you might have just to come and go. So as I said, today's class is about happiness. So generating happiness through our practice. If you look at the Yoga Sutras, each yoga asana should be a combination of Sthira and Sukha. So Sthira being a strength, a steadiness, and Sukha being a softness or ease. And in our lives, that's what we're looking for as well. So hopefully if we find these things, then we can be a little bit happier. So when you're ready, we're just going to move a little bit. So you could take your right hand towards the mat, reach up and over with your left hand. And then as you inhale, bring your left hand down and reach up and over through your right. So again, just moving through that, just side to side. Take your time. And just a little stretch will do. And try and just move in your own way. So you're not trying to force anything, but just moving nice and gently. Okay, we'll do this twice more, so take your time. And the next time you come over towards the right side, we'll stay here. So just stretching that arm over, maybe sliding your arm away, and maybe bending at the elbow, but try and keep both sit bones down. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale, and then when you're ready, slowly start to make your way back up. Take your hands, again, palm down towards the legs. I'm going to start to circle around. So if you use your left shoulder and lead with that, so moving forwards and then back a little bit. And just move quite naturally, so you're not trying to force anything, but just to move in a way that feels right to you. So roll your shoulders, keep your sitting bones down. And breathe. Okay, we'll do one more of these. Make your way back into the center. So from here, we'll change the cross of your legs. So if you bring your other leg in front, resituate yourself so you feel comfortable and your spine is nice and long. And take your left hand towards the mat. When you're ready on an inhale, just reach up and over. And then as you exhale, we'll take it over to the other side. Again, just moving quite naturally side to side, not forcing it in any way. And having that sense of steadiness and of ease. We'll do this once more to either side. And when you come back over towards the left, we'll stay at this side. So again, reach your arm up and over. Maybe slide away a little bit through that arm. Maybe bend your elbow. You could have a block here underneath this left arm. Or if your elbow goes easily down towards the mat, then just take it. Okay, when you're ready, slowly on an inhale, move back up. Place your hands on your thighs again. And this time we'll lead with the right shoulder. So move it forwards and then round. And again, maybe lean back a little bit as you lean forward. So take your time, draw your belly in. And if you want to move a little bit slower or a little bit faster, then just moving in your own way. Well done. Slowly make your way back into the centre. And from here, we're just going to move to all fours. So we'll take your time just to come over. So as you come into this all fours position, we're going to take your hands under your shoulders, knees directly underneath your hips. Draw the belly up and in a little. On an inhale here, we're going to press the hips back, drop your belly down, and then try and pull your chest forwards a little. On the exhale, we're going to again tuck your tailbone under, draw the belly in this time, and round a little bit through the upper back and shoulders. So again, move from your hips first, so tilt your pelvis, lower the belly down, and then pull the chest forwards and up. Tuck your tailbone under, draw the belly in, round your back, maybe even tuck your chin in a little bit. And then start to move through that. So again, just at your own pace. On the exhale, rounding in. And on the inhale, arching your back. So just warming up through your spine. Okay, when you're ready, on your next inhale, we're going to move back into a more neutral spine position. So the belly is drawn in. And then from here, we're going to step forward with your right leg. If you find it easier, you could unplug your hands, step your right foot forward, and then take your hands back down. Maybe slide your left leg away a little bit, and use either blocks or maybe up on your fingertips to draw the chest forward. So the belly draws in, and the breath is still moving in and out through your nose. Okay, we're going to take a little twist here. So with the left hand on the ground, you could take your right hand just to that knee, and then just gently draw your chest round towards the right side. If you feel you want to, you could then maybe reach up through your right arm, so stretch your fingertips up towards the sky, breathing deeply. And again, feel that ease, so we don't want to strain the muscles too much, but keep the position steady. One more deep inhale. When you're ready, release that right hand down towards the ground. From here, we'll tuck the toes under on your back leg and slowly lift the knee up off the ground. So now stretching through the length of the back body, draw the belly up and in a little. Take one more deep inhale here. I'm going to step back with that right leg and move to downward facing dog. So as you come in, maybe take your feet about hip distance apart. Push up and out of your shoulders and maybe start to pedal your feet a little bit. So to do that, we bend one leg and then bend through the other leg. Try and keep your weight even through your hands. Push up and out of your fingertips and lift the belly up and in. Okay, when you're ready, this time on an inhale, we'll lift both heels up and then slowly lower both knees all the way down towards your mat. Release your toes and come back into this all fours position. So draw the belly in, and this time we'll circle round. So if you move up towards your wrists a little, and then press your bottom back towards your heels. So take your time as you do it, and just move to the position that you feel a sensation, but you're not forcing it in any way. So with the Sthira Sukha practice, we want to try and be balanced or moderated with how we move and how we move into the postures in particular. Okay, we'll change directions and move the other way. And that can come off your mat as well, so into your life. So having a moderated life. So not too much stress, not too much work, not too much food or drink, but just in moderation. And again, that could lead to us being happier. So we'll make our way back to the centre when you're ready. Just coming back in, draw your belly in. And this time we'll step forward with your left leg. So again, come up with both hands, or if you can manage, just step your foot forwards and slide your right leg away from you. So again, use blocks here, come up onto your fingertips. Try not to collapse down, so we're not leaning on that front leg, but we're lifting up out of it. Okay, we'll come in for that twist again. So take your right hand to the mat and then lift your left hand to that knee. So you can use that just to draw the chest down, or maybe lift and open through the left arm, so stretch it up. And maybe look up towards it. Again, if it doesn't feel right for your neck, then why would you? Okay, slowly release your hand all the way back down towards the ground. And we'll tuck the toes under again on that back leg and lift the knee gently off the ground. So you can lengthen through your spine, pull your chest forwards, lift the belly and keep a sense of space in your body. Take one more deep inhale here. And when you're ready, this time we'll bend the back leg and we'll step up towards the top, so nice and gently. Have your feet about hip distance apart. Bend your knees a lot and allow the upper body to be soft. On an inhale here, lengthen forward, so coming up halfway, so stretch your spine. And then on the exhale, fold back in towards your legs. On the inhale, reach up, rise all the way up. And on the exhale, draw the palms together in front of your heart. And maybe just close your eyes down now, just for a moment. Just notice how you feel. Notice your feet on the ground, the air in your lungs. And notice where your mind goes. Okay, from here, we'll release the hands. So in this position, which is often referred to as Tadasana, but it also has another name called Samasthitihi, which is equal standing. So we spread the toes, we lengthen through the muscles of the legs, and we relax the shoulders down your back. So as you're practicing today, this Samasthitihi or sthiti is a state where our muscles are engaged but relaxed, where our breath is rhythmic and not forced, and where our mind is steady and engaged on the task at hand. So today, when we move into our standing postures, if you think about moving with that same sense, so the sense, the ease that you have in this posture, and the strength, because it is strength, just to hold you up, and the steadiness of breath. Okay, when you're ready, on an inhale, we'll reach back up with the arms. On the exhale, folding forwards towards your legs, maybe bend your knees a little. On the inhale, lengthen forwards. On the exhale, bend both legs, take your hands down and step back with your right leg. Now either staying here, so this was the runner's lunge that we did earlier, or we're going to move up to a higher crescent lunge. So stay on the ball of your back foot, draw your belly in and start to move up. Maybe sweep the arms up if you feel that that's okay. But relax your shoulders, maybe lift your chin a little and draw the belly in. And try and keep the hips level and the pelvis a little bit tilted here. When you're ready, take one more deep inhale. On the exhale, bring the palms together in front of your heart. We'll step up to the top, keep your knee lifted just for one moment. And then bring your feet together back into Samasthitihi. Okay, release the hands. We'll do the other side, so relax your shoulders, lift your belly. On the inhale, reaching up with the arms. On the exhale, fold forwards towards your legs. As you inhale, lengthen forwards. And on the exhale, bend both legs and sit back with your left leg. Again, place it where it feels right to you. Don't force it. And keep a support. So through your low belly, we're lifting up and in and keeping it supported. So stay here, or on your inhale, start to move up. Again, using a lot of effort, but some sense of ease as well. Some sense of softness. And maybe that's just in your eyes, maybe it's in your jaw. And often when we smile, it relaxes a lot of muscles. So you could try that. Okay, when you're ready, we'll bring the palms together in front of your heart. And we'll step up to the top. So again, keep the knee lifted if you can. And then release the foot down towards the ground. Again, breathing deeply. Maybe close your eyes. And just notice how you feel. When you're ready, we'll release the hands and open the eyes. So still in this Samasthiti, this equal standing, we'll move through one sun salutation into some standing postures. So if you need to use a block, please grab it, have it handy. So when you're ready, on an inhale, reaching back up with your arms. On the exhale, folding forwards towards your legs. On the inhale, lengthening forwards. And on the exhale this time, we'll step back with both legs into a plank position. So we're going to lower down here, so you could lower your knees first if you'd like. And then bend your elbows, take your chest down. And then when you're ready, push through into a cobra or upward facing dog. On the exhale, press back, so you can push to your knees first, tuck the toes and lift the hips, downward facing dog again. So when you're there, place your hands with care, lift through your low belly, and maybe keep your knees bent if you'd like. Okay, take one more deep inhale, and we'll lift up through your right leg. And then when you're ready, step your right foot all the way up towards the top of your mat. Take your time. Turn on the heel of the back leg, place the heel down, and start to move up into warrior one. So maybe the arms reach up, maybe not. But the front leg is bent, the toes are facing forward. The shoulders and hips are towards the front of your mat. And the arms are relaxed. So again, just find some sense of Sukha, some sense of softness. And breathe. Just in and out through your nose. Take one more deep inhale. And when you're ready, we're going to move to warrior two. So we'll spiral round, reaching front and back. Maybe move your feet if you want to, and sink. Maybe look along your front hand if that feels okay. And again, look for something you can soften. So undoubtedly we're strong here. We're using lots of muscles, so use them wisely and soften what you can. Maybe turn the palms up and then just turn the palms back down, relax your shoulders a little. Take one more deep inhale here. And then when you're ready, we're going to straighten through your front leg. So just slowly straighten it and try not to lock out, so just a little straighten. We'll move into Trikonasana or triangle. So we'll pull back and then reach forward. So lengthening forward just the way you can, and then release the hands. So either down towards a block if you've got one, towards your leg if you can, or maybe towards the floor. And then reach up with your top hand. If you want to, you can always bend that top arm, take it behind your back and draw your shoulder back, but keep lengthening through your legs. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale there, so just towards that right leg. And when you're ready, pull your belly in and start to move back up. From there, release your hands and turn your right foot forwards. So take a moment just to make sure your feet are in line. So if you need to move them, move them. Turn your toes towards one another a little. Lift through your low belly, lift your chest. and then move forwards. So maybe just lengthen forwards to this flat back position, or maybe release your hands either to block and use that just to gently draw yourself forwards a little. Or maybe take your hands towards the ground and walk them back towards your feet. But wherever you are, just try and allow the body to relax, to soften, as well as keeping tight what you need to keep tight to support yourself. When you're ready, on an inhale, slowly move back up. So coming back up in your own time, draw your belly in, maybe even bend your knees to come up. And then from here, we'll turn your right toes up towards the top of your mat and rebend that front leg. So maybe reach your arms, maybe look along that front hand, draw your shoulders back. From here, release both hands down towards the ground. Come up onto the toes of your back leg, draw the belly up and in. So back in this runner's lunge, this time we'll bend your back leg and step up towards the top of your mat. On an inhale, lengthening forwards. And on the exhale, fold back in. As you inhale, reach up. And on the exhale, palms meet the heart. Again, close the eyes down. Notice how you feel. When you're ready, release the hands and open the eyes. And we'll come back in and just do the other side now when you're ready. So again, coming back into this equal standing. So another definition of Sthira Sukha is to resolutely abide in a good space. So to create that good space, we need lots of breathing going on. We need to relax the muscles, and we need to have a conscious mind as well, know where our thoughts are. So when you're ready, we'll inhale, reaching up with your arms. On the exhale, folding forwards towards your legs. On the inhale, lengthen forwards. As you exhale, we'll step back again with both legs. So from here, you could lower your knees again, or maybe just bend your elbows. On the inhale, upward facing or cobra. And on the exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Maybe take a deep breath in through your nose this time and sigh out your mouth. So if you're feeling hot or you just want to just let go of anything you don't need, then you can do that. And then move back to breathing in and out through your nose. Okay, take one more deep inhale. We'll lift the left leg this time and then step your left foot up towards the top of your mat. So again, spin on the heel of your back leg, place it towards the ground and start to move up into warrior one. So the front leg is bent, the back leg is straight. And we have a balance through your feet as well. So through the front foot, you're pressing through your big toe, through the back foot, through the outer edge of your back foot. Toes facing round towards the front, as do the shoulders and the hips. And relax. So somewhere can be relaxed. So maybe it's your jaw. You maybe just need to release tension there. Okay, take one more deep inhale. We'll start to move to warrior two. So just slowly move round into that warrior two position. Adjust your feet. That's okay. You can move. We're not statues. We can move and adjust so that it feels right to you. Again, get that sense of balance through your front and back foot, and the weight is moving down through the center, so it's not forwards or back. Good. And look where it feels right. So where we look is where our energy flows. And in Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2, we want along that front hand, but if that doesn't feel right to you, then look somewhere else. Okay, from there we'll straighten your front leg again. So again, don't lock it out, but just straighten it a little. And then pull back a little bit on your back hip and lengthen forward. So as if someone was pulling your front hand. So to where you can manage, and then release down. So again, either grab a block, take your hand to your leg or towards the floor. And this time reach up with the other hand. Maybe look up towards it if it feels okay. And then maybe bend the elbow, drop it behind your back, and use that so you can draw back through that shoulder. Good. And keep working the legs. And keep softening where you can soften. And sometimes it feels impossible to soften something, but something will. Okay, slowly when you're ready, deep inhale, pull your belly in and start to move all the way back up again. Release your hands down and turn both of your feet towards the long edge of your mat again. So maybe give it a little check just to make sure they're in line. Lift the belly, lift the chest. On an inhale, maybe even reach the arms up. And if that feels okay to you, you can move forward with these long arms. If you want to shorten it, bring your hands to your hips. So release down, maybe halfway again, lengthen forwards, and then maybe all the way down. So again, use your block to try and move yourself just gently forwards, or maybe grab hold of either your legs, your ankles, or your feet, and pull yourself gently forwards, but just whatever feels right. So we want to be working about 70%, so it's not to get to the point where it feels too much is not the objective. So the objective is to get to the point where it feels just right. Okay, we'll start to move up again. So draw your belly in, maybe take your hands to your hips, maybe even bend your knees as you come up if that feels better for you. Then do what feels right for your body. And then we'll turn the left toes again up towards the top of your mat. Rebend the leg and start to move back in to that Warrior 2 position. And turn your gaze or your drishti along your front hand. It's still working strongly through that pose. When you're ready, slowly spiral both hands all the way down to the ground. Turn on the toes of your back leg. Now this time we'll slowly take your front foot to your back foot. Lower your knees down. Maybe widen your knees and come into a wide leg child's pose. So press your bottom back, stretch your arms forward. Maybe release your head down. And just breathe there. When you're ready, slowly start to make your way back up. So walk your hands in towards your legs. And then we'll take a seat. So just coming round into a sitting position. Just swing your legs round towards the front. So the legs can be bent here, so you have to have them straight. Flex your feet a little. Maybe even sit forwards onto your sit bones. And again, use a blanket. Use a block to lift your hips a little so your spine is nice and long. And then take your hands just down by your sides. Try and relax your shoulders down your back. Maybe even flex your feet a little. Maybe close your eyes. So this posture is called Dandasana. Very similar to Tadasana in terms of its ability to feature all of the things that we want to have in every posture. So an easiness of the muscles. So we've got the muscles working, but they're not straining. A rhythmic breath. So our breath is able to be steady and strong. and a focus of our minds on what we're doing at the present moment. So keeping this feeling of Dandasana, we'll release the hands and we'll take the legs wide. So not too wide, not super wide, just a straddle sit position. So again, maybe sit forwards onto your sit bones. And then from here, we're going to turn our attention towards our right leg. So if you flex it, maybe bend your knee if you need to, and then bend your left leg in so that the foot moves towards the inner thigh. Try and allow this knee to relax down. If it feels really high and uncomfortable, then use a block to support it. Turning your body now towards the right leg. Use your right arm, and you can lay it just alongside that right leg. You maybe take it on top if that feels better, grabbing hold of your leg or your ankle or maybe even your foot. And then with your left arm, if you reach that up, and you could just stay here, that feels okay. Or maybe bend that left arm behind the head and then use that to draw the shoulder and the elbow back and direct your chest towards the sky, but just whatever feels right. If you wanted a little bit more, you could reach this arm up and then take it over your ear and maybe come in for that foot. But try not to do it at the expense of rotating your shoulders around. Keep the shoulders open towards the sky. Okay, take one more deep inhale here, and then slowly start to release. So as you come back up, release your legs, come back into Dandasana, just to remind us for a moment just how it feels, and try and use that to set up the other side. So when you're ready, release your hands, widen your legs once more. Again, keep the left leg now straight if you can, bend it a little bit if you need to, but do flex your foot. And then bend in this time to your right leg. Try not to force it, so you're not forcing anything. It should just feel that same Dandasana. Maybe relax the leg down a little. And then turning your attention now towards this left leg, lay your arm to the inside. Maybe take your hand on top of the leg or grab hold of your foot. Turning your chest, reach up through the right arm. Stay here, or maybe take that right hand just behind the head and rotate the chest up a little. Good. Or reach up through your right hand and bring it over. So it doesn't have to necessarily reach, but you could still grab a little bit more of a side stretch there, but just whatever feels right. And breathe into it. So any resistance that you feel, try not to move past it, particularly if it feels painful. You don't want to do that, especially not in a happiness practice. Okay, one more deep inhale. And then slowly release and move back up. Okay. Release your legs. This time just bring them in front. Give them a little shake. I'm going to move down towards your mat now. So when you're ready, maybe move your bottom towards your heels a little, and then just release yourself down towards your mat. When you get there, take the soles of your feet together and allow the knees to drop open to the side. If that doesn't feel particularly comfortable, just have your feet flat on the floor. But allow the legs to soften. So we've created a little diamond through your legs. And if you have your hands just laying just on your low belly, you've created another diamond with your arms. And just breathe into that, try and relax into it. And then to finish this posture off, we're going to move into Shavasana. So slowly release your legs, so straighten the legs, and then gently walk them out to either side of your mat. So you've got fairly wide legs, the toes drop out, the heels just towards one another a little. Arms can stay, so your hands are on your low belly, or maybe stretch your arms away with the palms facing up. Maybe lift your shoulders a little and then lower them softly back down towards the ground. And just start to focus on your breath again. So not forcing it, not deepening it. Just allow it to be. When you're ready, we'll take a deep inhale through your nose. And then we're just going to sigh it out your mouth. So just let it go. Do that again. So deeply inhale through your nose. And then just let it out your mouth. And then start to move. So just your fingers and your toes, your hands and your feet. And then maybe bend your knees. So you can either keep your feet flat on the floor, or you can draw your knees towards your chest. And just move gently, just side to side. When you're ready, in your own time, you can even keep your eyes closed here. We'll start to move up to sitting. So just take your time to come up. And when you come up, we'll just find a comfortable seat again. Draw your palms towards your heart. You leave a little gap just to signify an openness in your heart. So thank you so much for coming along and practicing with me. I hope you enjoyed the happiness practice that we did. Namaste. Thanks, everyone.